and welcome to the LIZZY Show. Ladies and gentlemen, if there's one thing that I am absolutely fantastic about doing and doing well is making friends. I can tell you how you can make friends, keep friends, maintain friends, and gain a surplus of friends. Because one thing I'm good at doing, like I initially said, is making friends. So, since this seems to be a problem for people most days, they can't make friends, they have no friends, they don't know how to make friends, I'm going to tell you, it's very simple. And this is based on my experiences. Okay? This is my experience. First off, in order to make friends, the first thing you have to do, not always, is you have to leave the house, your apartment, your house. You have to venture out into the wilderness, and you have to see what other human beings are also lurking outside. They also decided to leave their home, their apartment, their house. Yes, they have left the comfort of their home, and now they have left the wild opportunity for you to talk to them and become friends. Now, you don't want to become friends with every single human being you see out in public, but if you open yourself up and you're not self-conscious and you're not worried about what you're going to say, just be yourself. Don't worry about saying something funny, something smart, something interesting. Just completely be yourself. Talk to them like you already know them. Like, just hop into a conversation like this is someone who's already your friend. So that's step number one. If you're, let's say, at a place like the laundromat's a good place to make a friend. Now, if you have a washer and dryer and you're saying there's no reason for you to go to the laundromat, well, I implore you to go, because you'll just meet that one or two people you might click with. I made a friend at the laundromat, the girl who works at the laundromat. We clicked, she gave me her number, and I know some of you might like this, but she likes wrestling. And she said she would do wrestling videos with me. Have I called her yet? No. But I do have her number on a post-it, and I will put it in my phone later. But the point is that I made friends with this girl. Why? Because I'm not afraid to exchange words and talk. I don't want you to be afraid to talk. Talk, let it out. Because the more you're able to be yourself and be free, you will naturally attract people who are interested in you. Because you're not looking for a friend based on, stay with me, status. No, you don't want a friend based on status, material possessions, who they know what they do. No, this is a friendship purely built on enjoying each other's company in the future tense. You can make friends with anyone who's an adult. So if you're 40 and you make a friend with a 25-year-old, that's fine. There's no shade in being friends with someone else who might be 15 years younger than you, but is also an adult. As we get older, we might have to change the ages of our friends, but if you match and you click, you click. It doesn't matter. You're both technically adults now. Yes, you're not going to be friends with a 5-year-old when you're 20, but once you're both adults, so get rid of the notion that you have to be friends with someone who's your age, does what you do, because I think I already mentioned this before. What I do has nothing to do with who I am. I do a job, it's my work, it's not who I am. I think a lot of us don't know who we are, but we flourish when we make friends with people, right? Just like when we are children. Do we say, show me your resume? Do we say, where do you live? How nice is your car? What do you do? How much money do you make? No. We're friends with people that we are just attracted to their energy, and we can have fun and enjoy their company and have someone to talk to. So number one, just let it out. Talk. Just start talking to everyone that you find looks like someone you might want to talk to. That's number one. But also you have to leave the house. So that's number 1A and 1B. 1A is leave the house. 1B is start talking to people. All right. Number 2, if you say to yourself, oh, but Liz, where am I going to meet people? You can meet people anywhere. I made a friend, a female friend, when I was getting my oil changed. So simple. Am I special? I mean, I'd like to think I'm special, but why is it that it's so easy for me to make friends? I'm going to tell you, it's because I'm talking to everyone. I'm looking them in the eye. I enjoy finally talking to someone different. I enjoy seeing a different entity, a different person, and having conversation, and it flourishing into some kind of connection. Even if it's a small connection, a temporary connection. I exchanged numbers with another girl and we were texting and we became friends. Now, real friends, even new friends that you make, they're real friends when they're not codependent and you're not obligated to always call them. You're not obligated to always make plans with them and be with them. They're friends because they're always there when you need them. They're dependable, but you don't have to be consistent with them. So you can make new friends and you just know instinctively that this is someone that if you want to call and vent to and complain to, they'll listen. That's another way to not just have a friend, but to keep a friend. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. In life, we all have our ups and our downs. We want a friend who's going to listen to us. And you want to be there for someone. So the way to keep a friend is to be a good listener. To be able to listen to someone and really know and understand and empathize with what they're going through. Because anytime you need a friend, I will be there, right? If you need a friend, I'm here. I'll talk to you. You want to meet up for coffee? You're not feeling it? What do you want? It doesn't take much. It takes nothing. What did our grandparents do? They met for coffee every Sunday. I know my grandfather did. I know my grandfather would take me to the diner and I would sit with him while he had coffee with his friends. And that's still a memory I have till this day. And that's another thing. I think men need friends. I know this is harder for the men, but men and women, it's easier because we could just strike up a conversation. It's easy. And it's easy for me because I'm very outgoing. But you don't have to place yourself into a category and say you're not outgoing. You're whatever you do or don't want to be. You can stop attaching yourself to the identity you have of yourself. You can mold yourself and change yourself and be more talkative, more outgoing to have a connection with someone if that's something that you want. And I think friendships are the most fun, cool, amazing thing to have in life. It's nice to have 10 people that if you wanted to, you could give them a call and they would meet up with you. But back to Grandpa and his friends and men having friends. Men need friends, good, solid friends. Someone that they don't get a drink of alcohol with, a friend they can just have a cup of coffee with and not feel like it's weird. That's right, on Sunday it would be nice for a man-to-man to get together, have a cup of coffee, and say, what's going on in your life? How are you feeling? You know what I'm saying? So I will say that, yeah, for me, it's easier. Maybe I shouldn't say that because, well, I would say it's easier because I'm naturally, organically outgoing. But if you're a man and you're not naturally outgoing and it takes someone else to initiate, well, sir, you're going to have to initiate a little bit. Come on. I know you got the charm. I know you got some information this other man is interested in. You got to get involved with something. You have to build something. You know what I think you should do? I think you guys, you men, should get together and build a house. Build your own house together. Get the wood, build the foundation, get a whole group. Someone could be the plumber, the electrician, someone who's good at putting up walls. Now you have a bunch of friends who are building a house together. Women can do that too, but this is more of a manly thing. Not that I'm saying women can't do it, but you know what I'm saying? Okay. Okay. So how do you make a friend? Number 1, leave the house. Number 2, you got to talk to people. Number 3, don't limit yourself on who's going to be your friend because you're not too good and they're not too good for you. As long as a person isn't too bad, as long as they're not a crackhead, you can be friends. Someone who's healthy, someone who's positive, someone who needs you as another human to elevate them and make them feel good. And you could build a friendship and a connection with someone at any time in your life. You don't have to say you're too old or you're not in the mood. We're all in the mood. We all want someone to talk to listen to, huh? So leave the house, be open, talk, put your feelers out. People will start talking. Like this girl at the laundromat, did I know that she liked wrestling? I could call her anytime and she'd be there. I think she subscribed to my channel too. So there's that. Then you have to just, maintain the friendship with a little text, a little call, and then you can make a routine of having coffee, a routine of having a conversation, but also knowing that it's a true new relation with a conversation, that there's no obligation either. You like all the rhyming. Why does rhyming make sentences feel so much more fun? So I think that there's no limitations to how many friends you can have. And you could build a big group of friends. And maybe that big group is 3 to 5 people. Because when they say most people have only 3 friends, real friends, is like a huge number, a big number, and really enough. If you have 5 friends, you could build a house, right? So I don't care how old you are, 30, 40, 50, 60, you can always make friends. You gotta talk, you gotta open up, you gotta figure out, especially for men, something to build together, to create. That sounds like a good idea. I mean, I don't know why you're not working on it right now. Build that house. Get a plumber, get an electrician, get a drywall guy, get a plumber, get an electrician, get a drywall guy. And then you have the one friend who likes to design. We can have him involved too. He can make the house, he knows where to put the fireplace, knows how to organize the shelves, and I don't know. So making friends, it's really not difficult at all. You just have to open yourself up and be yourself and not worry or think that someone only wants to be your friend because of your status, the lack of, someone's your friend because they just like you, and that's all there is to it, right? You want to build friendships that are going to last into your old age. So when you're 70 and older, yeah, you still have the friends. Now you're getting old together, you're gonna go walk together, you're gonna swim together, you're gonna talk, you're gonna grow old, your friends together. Because when you grow old, it's nice to have friends to grow old with. Yes, you could be married and have a husband and wife, but it's also nice to have friends to grow old with as well. Because you support each other, you listen to each other. And it's good for the men and the women to have their own friends, like women have to have their women friends, because, women, I'm not saying men don't like to talk a lot, but women like to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. I have my one friend, May, who's in Hawaii. I always think about, should I call her? Because if I call her, that means the rest of the day and the night is gone. Because we have a conversation where we never run out of things to say. I mean, I got to keep a big jug of water nearby because I start to get cotton mouth. So another thing I'd like to say is you could also have friends that are far away. So you can make a good friend and not worry if you're a traveler or if you're temporary, because there's the phone and we could communicate. And the best thing is having someone to talk to. It's fulfilling. It electrifies you. I feel so fulfilled after I talk to my friend May. I mean, we don't even have to physically meet for a cup of coffee. You know what I'm saying? But it feels like it. I could have my cup in front of me. She could have her cup in front of her, even though we're 1,000 miles away. And so friends, you don't even have to be in the same zip code. But friends are essential to a good life. You might say, I don't want a friend. I don't need a friend. I'm not interested in a friend. But it's nice to have other human beings you could connect to who are good friends. Not everybody is a negative person, a bad person out to get you. No, they're for you, they're loving, they're caring, they want to listen to you, they're compassionate. Not everything is dark. There's a lot of light, right? So, I'm telling you right now, you need to get up, you need to get moving, you need to get out of your house. You can meet a guy friend. If you're a guy, you meet a guy friend. Those are my rules. If you're a girl, you meet a girlfriend. I'm sorry, these are my rules. I guess this seems really old-fashioned, but ladies, go with the lady friends. Guys, go with the guy friends. Is that okay? This way, you will always have people in your life to engage with you, to support you, to listen to you, to make your life just a little bit more fulfilling and happy. Because we only have so much time on this earth, so why not make friends with as many people as we can? Make as many friends as you possibly can. Because it doesn't have to be a friendship where you're talking all the time or actually doing anything all the time. It's just making contact with someone, a meeting. And even if it's a 10-minute friendship, but you're still connected, you're always connected. You're connected through time and space and the universe. And that energy that you created, it stays with you. That positive connection that you created, it stays with you. So men, you must have friends. Women, you must have women friends. We need each other to live a good life. I have a lot of friends. You know, it's so simple for me. So I want it to be simple for you too. Just be yourself and you'll naturally attract people who like you. Don't fake it. Don't fake a personality, because you never know what kind of person you're going to attract to you who might want to be your friend. They might seem quiet, sad, depressed, but then you connect to them, like my friend Abby who works here. Abby works here. And I just started talking to her, and like, she's another one. She might turn out like May, where we could just talk and talk and talk. And I'm like, well, we're both at work, so we got to stop talking because we're on the clock, you know, and patients need care. But it's easy. You just have to open yourself up. Now, I don't want you to feel like I'm testing you, but I am going to test you, and I am going to set you up for success. You are no longer going to set boundaries on the surplus amount of joyful friendships and connections you're going to make. You're going to be yourself. You're going to feel happy. You're going to give compliments. You're going to compliment people. You're going to tell someone, look, I see you. I mean, don't say that, but you compliment. You make not small talk, you make your kind of talk. You have your own kind of small talk. That's deep talk. That's fun talk. And then now you have a friend. This way, we don't become friends of the friendless. Friends of the friendless. Of the friendless. You don't have to just make friends of the friendless. No, you make friends with people who like to connect. And also, don't worry about maintaining a friendship, because a real friendship doesn't actually need to be maintained. You could call or text anytime to this person because they realize we have work, we have plans, we have life. But they'll still always be there when you need someone to talk to. And if you really feel like going out, I'm sure they'll make the effort to go out. I mean, perhaps we need an EMP to happen, but we will go out. Once the electricity goes out, we're all gonna get out and make a lot of friends. Because now the TV no longer works, there's no more Wi-Fi, now we're all friends. Well, this just encouraged me to make friends with women who know how to build a course so I could sell it online. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to build a course and sell it online. But a lot of women, they're doing pretty good making money off of the internet because they make a course and they sell it online. And I don't know how to do any of that. I just know how to be myself and have fun, and bada bing, bada boom, I'm all done. So did you like this video? It's Tuesday, May 28th, 2025. I did 6 echoes already, and I got 1 procedure to do at 12:30. So I took my lunch break a little bit early. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you want more suggestions on how to make friends, I'll tell you more. But what more is there to say? Just don't be embarrassed. Don't be self-conscious. Just be yourself, and you'll naturally attract the right friends. They don't have to be your personality. What works is magical. It's magical what works. Because I always connect with people that on the surface seem very quiet and introverted, right? And then I'm sitting and talking to them and I'm like, you're wild and you're crazy. See, you just don't know until you sit and you talk to someone. You just got to pull it out of them. Just pull it out of them, because you can. You go to school to learn how to do a job. Well, you're in the LIZZY school, and I'm trying to teach you how to be more you. And don't be afraid to be more talkative and talk about the things you like, and then you'll attract the kind of friends that you desire. Well, that's all for today. If you need any more encouraging information, then ask me in the comments. I hope this helps you to make friends, but definitely men, you need to make friends and build a house. Sound good? And then sell it. And then all your problems are gone. We all have problems. Have a great day. Adios, muchachos.